Hey, indie fam and positivity posse. Y'all come on in here. We are back. We are back. Come on, y'all. How you doing? How you doing? What's going on? Oh my goodness. It's so good. I see you lining up. Johnny Willis, what's happening, my brother? Chi-Town's finest. Junior Baixista, obrigado por seu tempo hoje. Cláudia Cotrum, obrigado, obrigado. Nathaniel, thank you for joining us. 1049, Nathaniel. Ivete, oi, Ivete, tudo bem? Espera. Brazil is showing up. Chicago is showing up. And you know what we'd like to do this season, everybody? Let's go ahead and put in, well, those of you who are able to join us live, I thank you so much. I know it's a weekday. And right back at you, my brother. 1619 in Zinga. Hey, now. I'd like for you to drop in where you're from. You know, let me know where you're from, like Junia just did today. That's right. That's right. From Brazil. Put the Brazil flag there. Oh, Dave, what's up, man? All right. And for those of you, once again, who are able to join us live, right back at you, Queen. We thank you for taking your time today. And I know you might not be able to stay through the whole time we're together with our guest today, Monica Matabuena from Spain is joining us live today, and it's such an honor to have her. You've seen her promos. We're going to talk about her new release, her new project. And Carla Camini. Hey, Carla. Hey, Carla. Queen Bonita, my friend out there in SoCal. Queen B, what's going on? Y'all come on in. I know our guest is waiting there in the, I think that Instagram calls it the waiting room as well. But for those of you who are watching on the recorded, thank you for taking your time to come back and watch this. We know we all have busy days. We know we cannot take our time, for the full amount of a day. And it's a weekday. So we're knocking on weekend's door. It's waiting for us. But thank you. Let's get right into this. Once again, we are back with the Victor Brooks Show Instagram Indie Fam series. As you know, the first season we had artists from all over the world who joined us to talk about their artistry. That's what this is about. And speaking of one of our former guests from India, Harshiki, how are you, my brother? The photographer. Go see some of the previous shows that we did on the first season, and it kind of bring you to speed on what this is going to be all about. But today, we're bringing in an incredible musician, incredible producer, incredible songwriter, and like I said, she's joining us live from Spain today. And like I said, we have artists who are joining because we're a family, y'all. It's why we call it the Indie Fam series, because in the world of artistry, we're family, as still family of this world. Can you dig it? All right, Sumure, hello, Sumure. Priscilla, thank you for joining us, Priscilla. All right, let's see here if Monica, hello, Monica. Hello, Monica. Monica, I see that you mentioned that you were here. Let me see if I can send you a request. And if not, you send me a request, Monica, and I will honor that request and bring you right in. Okay? So as you see me scrolling through here, it's so much that I remember learning from the first time we did this. But as you know, I'm technologically challenged on a lot of stuff. So, okay, it says that our guest has joined. Now, I see you there, Monica. See if you can send me a request to join the video, and then I'll honor that request. and we'll bring you right in, okay? And if there's a way that I can do that as well. Okay, no, it's not there, but we'll figure that one out. And the emails are starting to come in like they did the first season. I think, let's see, when we left the last season, we left right at about 1,200, 1,300. Hey, Monica, I got you. I got you, my friend. Figured out, and I'm on your side as well. And feel free, fam. If there's something that I'm missing, which obviously it is, let me know how I can send a request to Monica. Here we go. To join. If you see that little red dot come up, press that, and that should make it happen what it needs to happen. I think it is. There we go. We made it, Monica.
We made it. Sorry.
No, what? No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're taking your time, 6-hour difference, all the way from Spain. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. So nice to meet you finally in person. Yeah.
You too, my friend. Now, where in Spain are you joining us from?
I am in the Basque Country because I'm from that part, in the northern part of Spain.
Mm-hmm.
I normally live in Madrid. I went there to live. Hola. I went there to live 18 years ago, but I basically was raised up here. I've been here living for 36 years, more or less. And I am now in my hometown. I mean, in my mom's house, in my original bedroom with a keyboard here.
Wow.
And yeah, my son's there. Hi, Nicolas. He joined us to
hey,
watch
Nicolas.
He's a musician too.
Okay.
And now I'm here visiting my mom, who is 84.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm here just on a small holiday.
There you go. And you said that you are in the room that you grew up in, huh?
Yeah.
Now, is that also the room where you started to figure your artistry? Was that the space that you were in there?
I would say yeah, because I'm 52, so I remember when Stevie Wonder released I Just Called to Say I Love You. I remember listening on the radio, I Want to Break Free from Queen. I remember listening here in my bed with the headphones on. So I suppose I started here to dream about music. I played the flute, at school, and I tried to figure out how to play the music that I liked because I had no piano at home. I used to play the guitar with my mom. So yeah, it basically started here in my bedroom.
Look at that. Hey, well, that's a special energy in that place right there for you.
Can you see, Victor? I didn't figure out until you said so. So that's so beautiful.
Right. Come on. You know what, Monica? I've been a fan of yours since the first season. And I tell you why. There's back to energy. There's an energy in your artistry that, number one, is real. It's real.
Oh my God! It stopped. No.
It pulled me in, Monica. Your rhythms, your delivery. How would you explain your artistry to us? How would you explain what your artistry is?
I think I can't. I mean, I love music as much as you do.
Yeah.
I really like rhythm at all. The best thing that strikes me on the heart is the rhythm, the beat.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that listening to music always made me happy from the beginning since I remember.
Yeah.
So this is something that I had the gift. It has been a gift for me to not to succeed in anything. So be able to have plenty of time and resources to study music and to deliver this products or these songs, because it was only something familiar to me, but I couldn't study music because there was not like available here the music I wanted to. So I started to study in my at my 30s. So my artistry, I mean, I never thought about that I had any artistry or not. I mean, this is what I really like to do, and I'm so grateful to be able to express it in a way that I don't think about the terms artistry, so I couldn't answer exactly to that. It's something that, I mean, I like this to be sincere and to represent who I am musically at this moment. I can't do better, and I wanted to do it this way because this is the style of music represents the way I see or I like music, I would say. So maybe the artistry is how I feel the music. Maybe
I love that answer. Independent indie fam, and you know, Monica, well, when I have the guest and we're talking, I talk back and forth to the family that's watching, you know, and I know indie fam, a lot of you understand what Monica was saying as far as how she didn't really know or didn't think of it as my artistry. We understand that. It just happened to be who we are, and we wouldn't have it any other way, you know.
exactly.
What is it? I know in your another thing that out of so many things I like about your artistry, your music, it's a mixture. I love bossa nova. I grew up in a family that are full of jazz artists, you know. And we have a lot of Brazilians who are watching and will watch in our community. Muito obrigado, meu família de brasileiro, por seu tempo hoje. Muito obrigado. But what is it about bossa nova that does something for you?
I started listening to bossa nova when I was, I would say 12. I have an older brother who is 10 years older than me, 9 years. And I remember when he went to the university and he would come back home, I was like, I mean, maybe he would be like 20 years old and I was 12, and he would bring music, jazz, traditional swing jazz, and also a tape with João Gilberto and Astrid Gilberto tape, and in the other side, Gilberto Gil, and I would say everybody's called Gilberto, and I would listen on and on this tape, which was, do you remember this album, the first one that they recorded with Stan Getz? I mean, the core of the bossa nova.
Classic.
And you know,
classic.
in the 80s, I had 2 tapes or 3 tapes at last, so I would listen it every night on and on. I would fly in my clouds. I mean, it was amazing. And I didn't know what they were saying, but luckily I could go to Brazil with some kind of students there when I was at the university, and I spent two months there, and I felt the music, and I realized the accent and what they were saying, and I remember coming back home and understanding everything of the lyrics. It was like, oh my God. So for me, bossa nova was something that would soothe me and would make me dream. So I really loved it. And when I was able to play bossa nova with somebody else, I would love that. So this evolved on time, and now I have a small project with a guitar player which tried to sing, but from our perspective, because I would love to be Brazilian. I mean, I confess, gostaria muito de ser puramente brasileira, mas eu não sou. So then it's like, okay, it's like bossa nova de ida y vuelta, a bossa nova that one day I came back because I'm from Spain. I studied jazz, and we wanted, I mean, not to copy something that we are not, but to make some evolution about that. And this is my story. It was always with me. So I really like João Gilberto, especially among others. And I think it gave us a lot of information about what cool music is. I mean, it's like with a small amount of information, you give plenty of style and plenty of music. It was kind of perfect. And I loved those tapes with João Gilberto and the evolution of the bossa nova with
Yeah.
all the intrigues of
Right.
Tom Jobim
Right.
and jazz, you know.
Yeah.
So it was always with me, and I love to sing this type of music.
Oh, Monica, you know what? I knew that this was going to be a great talk. Your energy is beautiful, sister. It really is. You have a, you know, and because I know that when I hear your vocals also, and I have to say, Brazil does a lot for me too. If there's a thing of a former life, that the way that connection happened with me sounds so similar with you, you know? And whenever I'm there, the music, the language, the feel, the culture, the food, you know? But when I listen to your vocals in Spanish, which I believe Spanish is one of the most beautiful languages in the world, and when you sing it and your delivery of it, tell us about teaching your students, because I know you're a vocal coach or vocal instructor as well. What is it that you try and give your students about it? Hello, Queen Melba. I'm sorry, Queen Melba Moore. Thank you, my sister, for being here. Much love and much respect, Queen Melba, for your star on the Walk of Fame. You deserve every bit of it. A trailblazer in entertainment. Thank you. And thank you for joining us today to hear Sister Monica's story. Please, what about your students?
Well, I started studying vocal technique because my voice was weak. I do not have a big instrument, and then I realized how free I could be with when I mastered the tool, you know. So I really believe that when you master your instrument, your tool, you can express yourself. But if you don't have anything to say, what I mean is, there is plenty of music. There is a lot of music, but there is many people who place attention to the muscle, like shouting a bit, very energetical. But you know, you are making music. So when I teach them, I told them, like, okay, this is a process. Like when you go to the gym to work out, you will become stronger and more elastic and wherever, but it takes time. But please think about music. Maybe you don't need that much effort. Think about being musical and listening, being on pitch, being on the beat. And what I try to give them and to make them understand is that it is a process, and this will help you. This will help the students to express themselves. But it's very, very important to listen to good music, because sometimes the songs that they want to hear is like, oh, yeah, okay, but please listen to that and to that and to that, because you want to make like riffs, and whatever, but you've never listened to that. So you need to listen to those guys and those girls and those songs. And when you have a lot of musical information in your ears, then you can deliver more music out from your mouth. So I tried to sharpen their tool, you know, to make their tool ready to sing whatever they like, but also encourage them to listen as much music as they can, to broaden their ear and to have more alternatives when they express, because otherwise it's like all the time shouting and all the time hurting their, like, oh, it's more than that. And maybe, I suppose, maybe it comes from what my instrument is. I do not have a super big voice, and I really found a lot of pleasure being musical other than acting. You know, you can express with music information rhythmically or harmonically, melodically, and it takes this is a decision to make, whether you want to be more based on lyrics or based on interpretation and acting, or more in music. But the musical path of expressing yourself as a singer is huge and beautiful, because I mean your instrument can be as small, I mean a little bit of elastic, but you have a lot of alternatives. So this is what I try to like transmit to them so far. Like you can be musical and you can sing with your own small instrument, just be musical, please.
That's right. Oh my goodness, Monica, I agree 100%, sister, because, you know, I'm, how can I put this? I respect any artist of what their delivery or what their interpretation will be, and what they are choosing to do. But what you just said goes very deep with me, because I came from the understanding or mentors that made it clear to me that exactly what you just said, which is your delivery, the people who are listening to your delivery or interpretation of a song. And check it out, artists. This is us talking as a family together. We're at the Indie Fam table talking and eating this together. So this is a conversation, right? But when you're giving your delivery, you want to give the most genuine part of yourself. Is that
Yeah, I would say
what, Monica? The people will be able to tell if a lot of runs and a lot of acrobats is something that you feel that you need to do. Like Monica said, learn to do it the right way. And you know, if it's not, and it's like myself, I'm not an acrobatic singer. But I try to give my sense of self, because especially now, almost 60 years old, I can't do anything other than just be myself, you know? How do you think, why do you think it's so difficult for some artists, some, let's say singers specifically, to feel comfortable with finding their own style? Why is that so difficult sometimes?
I know you know the answer, because this is a journey, man. So you must go through it, and the more you learn, the more alternatives you have. And as I understand singing, you can be a poet like Bob Dylan, who it's okay if there is no a lot of music. It's really okay, because lyrics come first. You can act in musical theater and be such a good actor and feel it and have this huge voice, amazing voices, or in opera. But I think that music, but acting comes first, the delivery of the message with your soul. But if you choose, I mean, so it's okay if you are a little bit flat, or you are very, I mean, the music is like repetition or whatever. It's okay, because the music is one part of the whole of the whole artistry. But if you are more musical style, then music comes first. And I think that you are in this path as me. So then the journey, I mean, the process of being who you are, or having a voice, I mean, it's always there. It's like you have a voice because you are speaking or singing, but maybe your voice is small, young, like a baby, and you need to grow this. And this is a process. So how do you grow your voice once you find it? Or how do you identify with this result? Well, like, I mean, like when you grow up, you learn, you decide, you take options, you make errors. And then this is something like suits you, like when you go and you put your clothes on. It's like, oh, I want this and this and this. You put in yourself and you look like that. Then you become fat, or you become tall, and then you change. This is the same way. You need to try some music on, and then decide what suits you. And this is the way you become yourself, and you develop an identity just by trying and deciding who you want to be. And then if you want to prepare a project, then you decide what you want to be. And then when you have, I mean, for me, this album, which is my one and only album, the former question was who I am and what I want to say. And then the answers went by, because I mean, I'm Spanish, so I'm not gonna sing in English because it's okay, but I'm not gonna sound real.
Gotcha.
I like melismatic songs here, like copla, and things like my mother would sing. But
Yeah.
Do I really want to do that?
Yeah.
Sort of, maybe just a little. And then you decide in the same way you put your clothes on and go to a party
Go
or go to the beach. I mean,
ahead, Monica.
this is not too much to worry about.
That's
I mean, this is you are always going to be yourself. You cannot escape from that.
There you go. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Hey, Indie fam, be yourself. That's it. That's the way you find your style, is to stay true to yourself and develop that motive, develop that feel. Like, you know, my mind, you sent me there. I'm with you. I want to read something. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to get into the new album, her new project, which she mentioned was her first project, premiere/new project. When I tell you, you put this on, meaning you put this on your playlist, you start from song one, it'll take you to the final song, and you want to loop it again. This is something that takes you there. It's like, whether you understand the words or not, the music comes through. Monica's essence comes through. Let me read something off of Monica's website here. Monica says, this talking of her album, she says, it consists of a set of 8 songs, 5 original songs and arrangements for another 3. All of the songs I've composed and arranged inspired by the New York, by New York jazz of the last 20 years. The intention, artist, the intention is not to literally copy elements from foreign cultures, but to apply to my own works. The parameters of composition and musical assimilation of jazz of this time, which I saved that to read after Monica just spoke to us from the heart, because listen, this is exactly what Monica's giving us now. Monica, before we get into the album, can you sing a little something for us, please?
Yeah, I was thinking about something kind of maybe weird to you guys, or something like, what? So I have something about my first song, which I composed,
okay,
and it was based on the changes of Made in Voyage from Herbie Hancock. You know, those chords. We were studying some. I mean, in my bachelor's degree, we were studying triads to expand the sonority or whatever. So it came from an exercise over those changes, and then I mixed with another parts of the song.
Okay.
So just I don't know, because it makes me happy to
Yes,
sing this
ahead.
all the time. So it's a little bit of something. I mean, please, but so
got it.
So just listen. Can you hear that?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Let's see what happens. I'm sorry. So do we bum bum ba wera say abadu say abapu ba fele sedle fele sedle sedle ba fele ba 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 ya sera ba ba du ba ba ya sera ba ba du sa ba da re da ba ba wi de ba wa da du de ba da ba ba ya ba du da ba. Y empieza otra vez. Stuff like that. So it made them voyage changes.
Now wait a minute. You know, and for those others, for so many of us who just heard what Monica just did, and we're sitting like, well, damn. Right? So, but then the way Monica just so casually said, well, yeah, a little something like that. You know, that is Monica. That was incredible.
Well, it took me a year or two, you know. I mean,
A year or
this,
two. Go ahead.
this is what I mean about expanding. I mean, you need to
Yeah,
study, you need to try, and you need to get to study a lot, and then
that's right.
and then you find something, you know, and then you find something.
Well, Monica, that was fantastic. I mean, and I'm going to read something up. Monica says, my instrument is the voice. The chosen formation is a quartet, and I confess that I have written the arrangements with them in mind.
Yeah.
I want whoever plays or sings this to feel good. What was my description when I just mentioned about if you put her album on, I'm a dinosaur, and we had albums. If you put her CD on, or you put her project on from the beginning, it makes you feel good. Mission accomplished, Monica. Mission accomplished. So it says, over time, I have refined the arrangements, removing unnecessary elements and leaving space for my colleagues to express their identity. I think that in this way, the work is as honest as possible. Please tell me, break it. What do you mean by that?
Well, I define myself as a jazz musician. I mean, it's a philosophy, you know. When you play improvised music, it means that you have some guidelines, the chords and the groove, and some arrangement, but you need to hear what is happening, and maybe you want some sort of things to go like this way, but there is always room for them to play it in a certain way. And I mean, first of all, this is a confession, literally, that I wanted to belong to this group of jazz people, you know. Mm-hmm. And it's like when you go to play a soccer game, or you have a conversation. I mean, jazz is sort of a conversation between people. So you cannot, I mean, you can be the leader, but you cannot cut the wings of whoever is, I mean, whatever is like somebody who wants to express themselves. So when we were rehearsing, I had those papers, and some parts I never tried literally with humans. You know, it was on my Sibelius program. Yeah, it's like, okay, maybe this is too intellectual for me. I am growing, and I know for sure that it can be there, but it's not integrated on myself. So maybe I need to lower down some parts of the arrangement. And then I took away something that was not necessary, and then there was more space for those guys. Maybe I was singing some melody, and then the double bass responded to that because he liked that, and then the drummer said so because the other guy responded to my melodical line. Gotcha. So this is what I mean. I mean, this is a conversation, and this is which is super cool about jazz. that you have a lot of ideas, and most of them can come into an arrangement or a proposal. So it was basic, and I knew all of the guys who played with me, and I like their sound, you know, and the way they play. So I wanted with me because they are who they are. I mean, I also know a lot of musicians, and I would really love them to play, but those guys, I really like them as musicians. Okay. So I kind of had a previous idea of how this was going to be. This was not only me. It was going to be like the way those guys were playing with me, you know.
That's right, Monica. And let's talk about some of these incredible musicians. First of all, it was recorded at Chameleon Musical Studio in Madrid, right? And then your mix and master was Mariano Miguez, correct? And and the reason why I read these, y'all, Indie Fam, is because I believe that everyone deserves the opportunity to let the world know who you are and what you did to help make this project feel good. You know, we are hearing, Indie Fam, Monica giving us her words of what feeds her soul, giving us what it is that she believes the importance of her instrument, which is the voice, is all about. the importance of composition with the thought in mind of a sharing, collaborative type of a feel is where she was coming from with this particular project. And all of the people who contributed to Monica's personal project at this time also contributed to what we feel and what we hear. And what you hear with Monica, Monica's an artist that does not mind sharing. And that's so special, y'all. Some positive competition is beautiful in its way, but then there's something beautiful about that connection of relationship between us as artists also, y'all. If you're a lyricist and you know a musician who has beautiful chord changes that feed your soul, maybe there's something there that you might want to talk about together. If you're a bass player, that your riffs are something that feed you, and then another guitar player of a six string may sit down and jam with you, and before you know it, there's a beautiful conversation, as Monica just said. You might want to check that relationship out as well. But let's give shout out to some of the people, or all of the people that were here. Produced, number one, ladies and gentlemen, was by Monica herself. So not only songwriter, singer, performer, but producer, Monica Matabuena. Monica also, of course, is the voice. Then we have Marco Martinez is the guitar. On double bass and electric bass, we have Andre Garcia. Please tell me if I'm not pronouncing the names correctly. Drums, we have Miguel Benito. And then guest artist. On keyboards, George Castaneda. And flugelhorn, Chris Case. Is that it? All right. Big shout out to you musicians as well. Monica, what advice in closing can you give some artists who may be at home right now, or in their office right now, or doing something else that maybe they, and in their heart, they may be thinking that their particular artistry doesn't measure up, is not as good as what they see on the social media, or they maybe have never even looked at going to social media to present their artistry. Their feeling is that I'm not good enough. I like what I do, but there's no way anyone's going to connect with what I give as an artist. What advice can you give them?
Well, I think it's okay to feel that you are not good enough, because maybe you are not. I mean, you compare to great musicians. But I think this wouldn't be the reason for you to stop. You need to be better by working that, even whether it's vocal technique, guitar, harmony, rhythm. I mean, you have a lot of tools, and life is very long. So you can take your time to embrace all of these elements who is going to make you better. It's okay if you are not better now. I am not good enough, and I don't deserve. I mean, it's okay, but what is the opposite to that? Not doing it, not doing what you like, and not doing what you love. But I mean, I encourage these people to feel okay, maybe you are not good enough. That's okay. But please study and be hungry and curious about millions of beautiful things that you can study and nurture you. And I promise you would get better over time. And that's okay, but enjoy the process. And these are not empty words. This is, I am sure that people who loves music cannot stop from doing it. This is something that inevitably you are going to do. So please just take your time to take a teacher to tell you you are not good enough because you do this wrong and you do this wrong. So now you have to study this and this to make you better. And that's all. And it's okay. It's okay. I mean, you are not going to be good enough because good people rehearses 8 hours a day. How can you be better?
Yeah.
It's impossible. You need to study 8 hours a day and you're not going to do it. But it's okay. The process of learning is wonderful. It's beautiful. I mean, to learn a 7 is like, wow.
Yes.
So please do not stop doing that. And I promise you, you will get better. It's impossible not to get better if you study and you take care of what you do. Which is impossible is to get better only by sleeping and getting up in the morning and pretending to get better. It's not going to happen. But it's okay. Music is beautiful. You have plenty of time to, little by little, like, ¿cómo se llama? Making the best out of it and,
Yes.
and
Gotcha.
having a good time with this.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
And it should be enough. I mean, nobody knows me, and I am poor because I spend my money on my record. I mean,
got you, girl.
this is life for all of the musicians who are around this, I suppose, Victor. Like, we do it because we want to know this language, which is music. So this is a life journey, and that's okay. You will become better if you study, I promise you.
Yes. Right. Oh, Monica. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And you know what, Monica? This is why I have a passion for this format here. It's because as we in social media times, we can scroll through Facebook, we can scroll through Instagram, we can go to YouTube, and we can see so many artists, whether they're painters, whether they're musicians, whether they're poets, actors, whatever the artistic expression. And sometimes it can give another artist who's watching and scrolling and feeling like, oh my God, just because I just saw a person who has 30,000 or more followers and they're singing their song and they have so many likes, whatever, then a lot of artists begin to send messages to me about different advising things or different things that, how can I be blah, blah, blah. My artistry's not good enough. My artistry I will never get enough likes and followers that I just saw this person have. And I said, you know what? We're a family of artists around the world. We may speak different languages, we may have different cultures, we may have different beliefs, but one thing we all have is that we're artists. And that means that we need to come together as best we can to learn from each other, to say it's okay, like you just did so beautifully, Monica. It's okay not to believe in yourself. I still have moments of doubt. I still have moments to say, they're not going to like this. I'm an artist. You're an artist. We do that. We can be our own worst critics sometimes. We can be so determined that no one will like this. But listen, artist, this is why we're here. And we talk to other artists like Monica. We have something to say that only you can say with your artistry. I can't tell your story. You can tell your story. I can respect your story, independent artist. I can respect the fact that you have a story to tell. And I may not agree with it, but I'm going to support you that it's your artistry and it's your voice. Don't stop. Like Monica said, if you got to learn something, take the time to go and learn that. If you feel something, write that down, make that play, paint that picture. This is who we are. This is what we do. I'm sorry, Monica, you just touched a space in my soul, and what you just said was so special because that's why I want to do this format. Thank you, Monica.
No, thank you, Victor, because these shows that you offer to all of us are very valuable because you feel, I mean, you make us feel as like a big family. So thank you, especially Victor, for this opportunity. Yeah, this is so beautiful, and yeah, I mean, we agree on this. Yeah, thank you.
Monica, tell us where we get the album. Tell us how to download. Where do we follow you? How do we keep in touch with our new sister, Monica, in Spain? What do we do?
If you want a physical copy, just email me. I sent your copy
Yes.
yesterday, Victor, your physical copy.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have you can buy it on Bandcamp. You just need to search for my name, Monica Matabuena, or my nickname, which is Matabuena Pura, and it is a nickname that a friend of mine gave to me. So this is the title of the album, and I think this is nobody else calling that. I mean, being named that like that. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be me. So I am there in Bandcamp, and
Okay.
if you want to listen for free or to have a hint of that, I am on Spotify also. And what else? I have some nice videos on my account on YouTube. There are two live videos
Wow.
of two of the songs and a small
Okay.
teasers, and also a couple of nice interviews made from my colleagues there in Spain. So my music basically in Bandcamp or messaging myself, and I will tell you wherever you like.
Fantastic.
I can send you personally.
Fantastic. Well, you heard it, y'all. You heard it, Indie Fam. Go to follow Monica on Instagram. Request and follow her on Facebook. Go to the YouTube channel. I've realized now that all you have to do is pop in a name on YouTube now, and everything about that name pops up. You can do it. We can do it. I know you felt it today. I thank you once again, Monica, for taking your time, especially with the time change, and joining us today as our first guest of the second season of the Victor Brooks Show Instagram Indie Fam series. Thank you, Monica. Much love and much respect, sister. And when I get to Bath, I'm going to look you up. And we're going to try, you know, I've seen the food. I want to taste the cuisine of your region of Spain and the wine, you know.
Please come. I will show you everything. It's going to be lovely. We can meet together.
Yes.
Just call me and I take you to taste all of this wonderful food and wine. Yes, for sure. And thank you, Victor, for inviting me to this wonderful program. I really liked some of the interviews that you made, and they were also very inspiring. So thank you so much.
You got it. Muchas gracias, mi amiga.
Nada.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh, did you think, Monica, you were saying something?
What do I do now? Do I turn this on or off?
Oh, no, I'm about to close down. You can stay. I'm just going to thank you all again for tuning in who were able to join Monica and I live today. Thank you. And for those of our bigger audience that watches the recorded after the live, later in the day or later in the week, as long as Instagram keeps it up, it's going to be on my page. And I'm going to learn how to transfer these Instagram interviews to my YouTube channel, which I encourage you to follow and check it out over there at Victor Brooks Show on the YouTube channel. And share this interview, y'all. I hate to call it interview. Share this conversation with as many people as you can, other artists that you know or feel that may feel the same thing or need the same thing that you got today. We're here to help each other. I love you, family of artists. We're here together. Keep those emails coming in, and we're going to be all right. We are artists. We'll see you next time on the Victor Brooks Show Instagram Indie Fam series. See y'all later. Bye, Monica.
Bye, Victor.
All righty.